Star Wars Rebels has long been my favorite Star Wars show, so whenever I get into a conversation with someone about Star Wars, odds are that show is going to get brought up. Over the years since its finale, one of the most popular critiques or complaints about the show that I continue to hear over and over again is how disappointing the duel on Tatooine between Ben Kenobi and Maul was. I personally never had a problem with it being built up for so long, just to end so quickly, but I can see why other fans would have wanted a bigger spectacle before Maul's death, even though it wouldn't make complete sense because of how much older both characters are now. However, while I was okay with the duel after first seeing it, I eventually came across a video of Sam Witwer, who voices Maul in both Rebels and the Clone Wars, in which he explains the deeper meaning behind the duel, and after that I've grown to appreciate the final duel between bitter rivals so much more. Rather than explain every detail from the video, I'm just gonna let it play and then come back to discuss it afterward.
And then when it comes to the confrontation between Obi-Wan and Darth Maul, you guys are like in high school, there are people you don't like very much, or people that were mean to you, people that you knew in high school. And it's sometimes when you meet someone that you knew in high school, even if you like them, you start noticing younger version of yourself coming out, little, sort of like mannerisms that you used to have when you were younger. Or if you had hard feelings, those hard feelings are kind of coming up. But here's the thing. So Maul sparks his lightsaber. That immediately makes Obi-Wan react. So what does Obi-Wan do? Hard feelings. Ewan McGregor. Young Obi-Wan. The same guy who would fight in a war, the same guy that would commit acts of violence, the same guy that would go along with all this, the warrior. So then you hear the Force theme and Obi-Wan realizes, I'm not this guy anymore, I'm this guy. And he becomes Alec Guinness. And then in a final move, he goes, and in my final move, not only will I honor my master, Qui-Gon Jinn, and he goes to the Qui-Gon Jinn move, but that's the same trick that he plays back on Maul. Because in the same way that Maul spins his lightsaber, and Obi-Wan goes, I'm Ewan McGregor. No, I'm Ben Kenobi. I'm Qui-Gon Jinn. And the moment he thinks, I'm Qui-Gon Jinn, Darth Maul goes, oh, I know how to beat you. Tries the same move that he used to kill Qui-Gon, and that's what kills Maul. Maul, who walked into this fight thinking this is a desert rat, this is a hopeless man hiding in the desert because he's a coward, he's a failed Jedi, he's got nothing left. Oh, he's protecting someone? That's cute. Someone like Satine, who I killed. Oh, this is really cute. This is so fun. Now really, he's projecting his own miserable life on this guy. Maul has been hiding. Maul has been a coward. And the moment they fight, and Obi-Wan is not the man who will fight anymore. He does not fight, but he will end the conflict if he has to and put his sword away. And the moment that he hits Maul so quickly, Maul realizes, oh my goodness, I've misread this. This is not a failed Jedi. This is not a hopeless man in the desert. This is a Jedi Master who is on active duty. And if he is this good, this must be the most important guard post in the entire galaxy. And that's when he realizes this is about the Chosen One, isn't it? He collapses into his arms, having followed the Qui-Gon Jinn thing. And Obi-Wan cradles him the same way he cradled Qui-Gon Jinn, the same way he cradled Satine, the same way he cradled all of Maul's victims. And they have the same conversation that Qui-Gon Jinn had.
This is one of my favorite videos to just rewatch whenever. Just like Dave Filoni, I could listen to Sam Witwer talk about Star Wars for hours. They just get it so much, and you can tell the thought and attention to detail put into something that many fans will consider to be a kid's show. Rather than end this rivalry that goes back over a decade with a flashy lightsaber duel to the death under the night sky, Filoni and the other creatives working on the series made the conscious decision to fill this moment full of symbolism and character details. We see the personal development that Kenobi has made during his time watching over Luke on Tatooine, and how even after all this time, he's still as smart and capable as ever. Maul, on the other hand, has been unable to learn from his mistakes, constantly fueled by his anger and lust for revenge, and every time it leaves him in the same place. He has long been compared to the Star Wars equivalent of Sisyphus, who in Greek mythology was punished by rolling a boulder up a hill, only for it to roll down every time, having to repeat this for eternity. Maul never learns, so every time he gets close, he almost takes down Sidious with his brother Savage on Mandalore. He almost ruins Sidious's plan by drawing Anakin to Mandalore. He almost unlocks the power to destroy Sidious on Malachor. Every time he's almost there, but every time it collapses back on him. Savage is killed and Maul is imprisoned. Ahsoka comes to Mandalore instead of Anakin. He becomes stranded on Malachor until Ezra and Kanan arrive, but then is driven off by Vader. These two characters and their histories are forever intertwined with each other because of their rivalry, and this final duel does an excellent job of showing how one has risen above his situation and become a truly great Jedi Master, while the other continues to be blinded by his anger and hate. And then when Maul is defeated, Kenobi holds him the same way he did every other person who fell victim to Maul. Kenobi holds no grudge or vendetta, choosing simply to console Maul during his last moments alive. There are many reasons why Rebels continues to be my favorite Star Wars show, and it's in part due to moments like this, where the spectacle is put to the side for a deep and emotional moment that means so much more than a cool fight. So hopefully, if you weren't a fan of this duel before watching this video, you've maybe come around on it now, or at least understand why it played out the way it did. Let me know what you think of this duel in the comments below. Remember to like the video, and subscribe for more in-depth analysis like this in the future. As always, thank you all for watching, and remember, the Force will be with you, always.